Hello and welcome to my free CCNA Cisco Certified Network Associate course. In this course, we will learn basics of computer networking technologies, how to configure Cisco devices to make basic networks, and everything you need to pass the Cisco 200-301 exam. The video for the course are all free of cost. You will get lecture of the course topic, a demonstration by do-along labs, a quiz at the end of the lecture, and an optional home assignment so that you can practice what has been taught. Although we will cover all the topics in detail here, I will still urge you to go through official certification guide for the course. I am leaving a link for the same in the description below. So that you understand the concepts better, we will go into detail of some of the topics which may not be part of the official curriculum, but will give you a good foundation for making and troubleshooting the networks. Since this is the first video, let me tell you who all should be taking this course. This course is for beginners in the field of networking. Anyone who has been into networking and wants to understand how to configure Cisco devices, understand the concepts of basic networking technologies, and anyone who is going to undertake Cisco certification exam of 200-301. Without any more delay, let's start with today's topic of understanding TCP/IP networking. I have given a diagram here. Each of these symbols is a networking device and each of them have a specific functionality to operate the network. But what is a network? As per Wiki, a computer network is a group of computers that use a set of common communication protocols over digital interconnections for the purpose of sharing resources located on or provided by the network nodes. In simpler words, a computer network is a group of two or more computers that are linked together with cables, such that they can share resources and exchange files or communicate with each other. Each of these devices are fundamental building blocks, and we will learn in detail about all of these devices and their functionalities, how to configure them, troubleshoot them during the duration of this course. This symbol represents a router, a device used to route traffic or packets between nodes of different network. In simpler terms, it is a device which we use to connect to the internet. This is a switch, a device used to connect nodes between the same network. In simpler words, a switch is used in a closed environment to interconnect the nodes of that same environment. This symbol represents a firewall. Firewall is a security device which monitors and controls traffic which is incoming and outgoing from the network. A server is a device which serves resources on the request of the client. And a client is a device which requests resources from the server. We use all of these devices unknowingly in our daily life. Let's look at this symbol, which represents a Wi-Fi router, which is a combination of a router, a switch, a firewall, and a wireless access point, also known as a wireless switch, with which we connect our phones and laptops. Our phones and laptops are clients which request data from server, and both of these devices are also called as endpoints. Data either originates or is destined to the endpoints. All other devices acts as transitory, meaning data transits through them. It is neither requested from them and is neither served to them. Let's look at this in more detail. On the left, we have a client, and on the right, we have a server. If we connect both of them, we make a network. Let's recall our definition for a network. A group of two or more computers connected such that they can share resources, exchange files, or communicate with one another. This is the simplest form of a network. A client, a device which requests resources from a server, here looking for a web page. A server, a device which serves resources on request of a client, here giving the client a web page it asked for. This is what our home network looks like. We connect to the internet via a Wi-Fi router. We have several different type of devices working as a client like our PCs, our laptops, our phones, etc. We request for videos from web pages and the web pages serve us videos when our client devices ask for it. A general misconception is our devices like phones are only clients. Let's look at this scenario where phones exchange data. The phone on the right is asking for an image from the phone on the left and is therefore a client. The phone on the left is serving that requested image and therefore is a server. Let's come to the next device in our network, a switch. This is a device which connects nodes, here PCs, it could be servers also, within the same network. Switches help us to make LAN, local area network between devices in same physical location. This is what a switch looks like. They have high concentration of ports to connect many devices in the LAN. These are two of the series of switches that Cisco has, 9200 series and 3560 series. Both are enterprise series and have upwards of 24 ports in all the models. Some of the models give power to devices like CCTV cameras and wireless access points. Next up is a router. In previous section we saw switches which connect various nodes of the same network. But can they connect to internet directly? The answer is no. We need router for this. A device which can route packets between different networks, in this case the LAN and the internet. Here are some routers. They do not have high concentration of ports, but they interconnect two or more LANs such that nodes from different LANs are able to share resources and are able to communicate with one another. Let's review and see how switches and router are different. Switches are devices which connect to various devices together to form a LAN or to form a single network, whereas a router interconnects those various LANs with one another. A switch cannot be used to connect to internet, whereas a router can be used to connect to the internet. Switch usually have high port concentration. They are usually 24 or 48 ports, could be higher also, whereas routers do not have high port concentration. Firewall, a device which monitors and controls traffic incoming and outgoing from the network. They can be placed on the outside as shown on the left or inside as shown on the right. It protects the clients and servers on LAN from an attacker on the internet. Devices with more modern and advanced filtering capabilities are known as next generation firewalls. These are some of Cisco firewalls. Cisco ASAs are adaptive security appliances which delivers enterprise class security to the network. On the right is Cisco next generation firewall 2100 firepower, capable of features like intrusion protection system. Let's review what we learned today. A network is a group of two or more computing devices connected such that they can share resources, exchange files, or communicate with one another. A difference between router and a switch. A router is a device used to connect different LANs with one another. It helps us to connect to internet and does not have high concentration of ports on the hardware. Whereas a switch is a device which connects various devices in the same network or LAN. It cannot be used to connect to the internet. The hardware has high concentration of ports to connect many devices amongst each other. Firewall is a security device which monitor and control traffic coming into the network and going out from the network. Next generation devices are able to carry out more advanced features like IPS, intrusion protection system, DPI, deep packet inspection, stopping malware attacks, etc. Client and servers are endpoint devices. Client devices request resources from the server, and server serves the requested resource to the client. Let's take a small quiz and see if we can answer what we have learned today. Your company plans to buy a device so that it can connect 20 PCs in the local network. Which of the following device will be best suited for your company's need? You can pause the video here and try to answer this question. Alright, the correct answer is B, switch. Let's go over each of the other options one by one to see why they are wrong. Option A is router. By definition, it's a device which interconnects different local networks. It does not connect devices in the same network. Therefore, this is the wrong answer. Option C is a firewall, which is a security device to monitor and control inbound and outbound traffic, not to connect multiple devices of a network. Therefore, this is a wrong answer. Lastly, option D, server, a device which serves resources on request of a client, not a device to connect devices in a single local network. Therefore, this is also a wrong option. Let's do one more question. Your friend is asking for videos from your cloud storage. Of the following options, which option best defines your cloud storage? You can pause the video here and try to answer the question. The correct option is D, server, as the cloud storage will serve the video on request of your friend. Let's go over each of the other options one by one to see why they are wrong. Option A is a router, which interconnects local network. It is not an endpoint which serves a client's requests. Therefore, this is wrong. Option B is a switch, which connects devices in a local network. It cannot fulfill a request of a client. Therefore, this is a wrong. Option C is a client which requests resources and not serves resources. Therefore, this is a wrong option. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe to the channel to get updates on when a new video is posted. Stay safe. That's all for now.